Alright, so gonna talk a little bit about my addiction, I guess. I kind of got this idea from my friend Aaron from rehab. He made a video about it talking. Um, so basically, started out, I was 16 at the time. Um, it's like the first time I really started using drugs. Um, I don't really know, like, the full reason of it. Um, I know that I was like in my head. I was kind of struggling. Like things were going bad. I had depression. That I had to deal with from. I think I was in. I want to say middle school, like 7th grade, something like that. But anyway, so like I was getting really depressed and stuff like that, Um, he was doing a bunch of stuff. I was cutting, doing just bad stuff, and then made it through the rest of the year. Got help, started seeing a counselor. That really helped too. And then let's see here. Um, fuck. Drugs fuck you up. That's all I can say. Man, fuck. Shit. Um, so I started using when I was about 16. Yeah. Started smoking weed. Um, that was my DOC. To me, weed was like the best drug out there. I never really wanted to mess around with other stuff. I had opportunities to, but I never did. So basically, what happened was, I started stealing money from my family. My mom had like an envelope in her room, and I would just go in her room and start taking the money. A couple $100 at a time. Uh, you know, it was bad stuff. Like you shouldn't steal from your family. Doing that to feed my addiction. A lot of people think that marijuana is just like, it's not that bad, but really it leads to other things, the gateway drug, in my opinion. Like, a lot of people argue that. But, it really does, like, mess with people. So I started stealing money, started buying it, smoking every day, started going out at night, breaking into cars, breaking into houses, stealing things, pawning them, using that money to buy drugs. Um, like, I was just like, I was messed up, you know, and like, I blame all that, like, I try to blame other people for that, like, I try to blame my family, like, oh, it's their fault that I'm like this, but no, in the end, it's all on me. Like, there's really not much to it, like, you get to that point in your mindset where, like, everything is, like, someone else's fault, like, oh, school's not going so well. I'm gonna go get high because school's not going how I want it to go. I'm struggling in school, man. Like, let's go get high. No, that's how your mind works when you're an addict. Uh, but like in like retrospect of it all, that was all my fault. I was just doing everything that I shouldn't have been doing. Um, like, a lot of people just don't understand. Like, I got arrested at school for having 14 grams of marijuana and a couple $100 on me, or yeah, a few $100 actually, like 500, something like that. I got caught with 14 grams of marijuana at school. Addict thinking, like, you just buy, you don't really think about what's gonna happen. So I got caught, got arrested, got taken to juvie, and then started doing an outpatient program August 8th of 2011. That's when I entered treatment for outpatient, and I made it through the IOP part of it, and then I got into phase 2, I was doing really well. Had a few relapses during IOP, but, it was something that I could handle. Took care of it. And then phase 2, I was just using all the way through, faking UAs, having other people pee for me. Like, I mean, some people go to those lengths, man, and I was one of those people. Like, I didn't care. Like, I didn't want to quit. I needed to have something in me to make me feel more normal. And then when I look back on it, I realized that I wasn't normal at all. I was fucked up in the head. Like, that stuff happens. So I started doing that, and then, let's see here, in February 2012, this year, you know, I just decided one day, I'm gonna do my own UA. Came back dirty, like I expected, I denied it, addict behavior. Probably not the best of my abilities, but, I got sent to rehab, inpatient, for almost a month and a half. I got out. For a few days was really hard. Hung out with one of my old friends. It's what they tell you not to do is don't go back to your using friends. That's the first thing I did. Like, I just went out, started hanging out with them again. I didn't use or anything. I mean, they all know that I can't. So like, they try to keep me on that, and so far I've been doing good, and I have a lot of days sober. I lost count, like, to me it doesn't really matter how many days sober I have. It's just, I live it one day at a time. Whatever happens in that day, it's just hope for the best. I mean, like, things just, like, in my head clicked for me that, like, I need to change who I am. And that's what I did. I changed who I am. Like, today, I'm sober. I mean, I still have those moments where, like, I want to use, like, because things don't go my way, and, like, that's the first thing that comes to my head is, like, something's not going my way. If I go get high, something's gonna go my way. Like, I'm gonna be there. But, fuck, it really wasn't worth it in the end. I look back on it and I realize how many people I hurt, tore my family apart. Currently, like, I have a good relationship with my family again. Well, everyone, but, like, my brother mainly. Like, we still struggle, I don't see him a lot because he's at college, so we don't really talk. And, like, I haven't had the courage to talk to him because I'm still worried about how he's going to judge me. And, I mean, that's all part of it. Like, people are going to judge you when they find out, like, something happened to you. Like this, like, I never expected, like, in my head, like, the whole time I thought, it's never gonna be me, I'm not gonna be that bad, I'm not gonna be as bad as him, like, and, like, it wasn't like that at all, fuck, dude, like, I just got really bad, like, you know, you shouldn't have to, like, you shouldn't have to steal from your family, to get what you need. You should already have what you need, and I already had what I needed. I just felt like I needed something else. I wanted it, so I went for it, I was like, to me it was go big or go home, like everyone says. And for me, going big was stealing money from my own family, buying drugs, getting high, screwing around, fucking up other people's lives, I mean, I don't know how many other people's lives I've torn apart through my actions of, breaking into their cars, stealing their shit, pawning it, breaking into people's houses, stealing their shit, pawning it. Like, you never know. Like, the one thing that I want to say that, like, I mean, is I regret every moment of it to this day, every past moment that I had where I was high or sober, even when I was sober, I was doing shit like this. And, like, I regret it all because, like, I think about it and I'm like, man, I wouldn't want any of that shit to happen to me. But, it happened, and, I regret it. And, like, I just hope someday, like, I'll be able to make amends to people who I hurt. And, so, yeah. I hope that kind of, like, gives you a little bit more info about who I am and stuff like that. So, yeah.